Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today I'm talking about possibly one of the best budget devices that you can get for under 200 euros. This thing has blown my mind. I am talking about, of course, the CMF Phone 1. Let's get into it. Okay, so we are talking about the CMF Phone 1. Now, this device has really surprised me. I know this is the first generation, and obviously it's coming from a company called Nothing. Now, if you know about Nothing, then you know that they're already 3 or 4 generations into their sort of mid-tier phones. But this is the first of their cheap budget devices, and this is number 1. I have to say, I am absolutely blown away by how good of a job they've done with the first iteration. And I'll tell you why. If this was 500 euros, you probably wouldn't want to go for it, and it wouldn't be something that I would recommend. But for 200 euros, now the retail price is 239 euros, that's brand new, but you can get this on offers sometimes for 200. I managed to buy this for 200 euros, and I think it's an absolute bargain. And let me tell you why. There are 4 main reasons why. 1, the screen. The screen is a Super AMOLED screen that is 120 Hertz. Now, it doesn't scroll up and down from 1 Hertz to 120. It's always 120 or 60 Hertz, but it doesn't matter. It's an all-day battery. So you're gonna have super crispy screen quality, but you're also gonna have good battery life as well, which has been more than adequate, because reason number 2, this has a 5,000 milliamp battery. Now, what does that mean to the average person? It means you're going to get more than a day's use, even with heavy usage. I can use this using it in the way I do, which is heavy usage, which is lots of texting, lots of internet, lots of YouTube, and I've still got 20 or 30% by the end of the day, and I'm a heavy user. If I've got a quiet day or I'm actively trying not to use it, then I can end the day with around 40%, if not a bit more. Reason number 3 is because the software on here is the Nothing OS 2.6, which is obviously going to be Android 14, but it's a skin on top that is very, very light. It's lightweight, which means that it doesn't demand an awful lot from the battery. It works really, really quickly. It's the same software that's on their premium devices, and it just works. And what I like about this software is that it's meant to be non-distracting. So if you take a look at that app list, you see how there's no colors there? That's all by design. They've actually tried to make it as monochrome as possible so that your phone is less distracting, not more distracting. And as we know from most devices, they are designed to be as addictive as possible, and the software is designed to be as interactive and attractive as possible so that you continue to look at it. This software from Nothing and CMF is designed for you to use it for its purpose and then to put it down and put it away. And there are built-in widgets, which are these items that you can see on my home screen here, that facilitate and that notify you if you've been using the device too long. So for example, this one up here, that actually tells you if you've been having screen time for longer than a period of time that it decides, or you decide, it will start to change its face. So if you've been using it for, let's say, more than 4 hours in a day, the image starts to change and lets you know that you've been using your screen a lot. So that is why I really, really like it. Now, it's got an in-screen fingerprint reader, which is excellent. It's a 200 euro device, so it's not going to be lightning fast, but it is definitely fast enough. If I lock it, unlock it, lock it, unlock it, this thing works very, very well. For 200 euros, it's an absolute steal. Reason number 4 is, who is this device for? Well, it is going to be for those people who don't want to spend a lot of money. They want a very functional phone. They want one that works quickly with everything you want to do, even gaming. It's not going to be top tier gaming. That's obviously not the point, but it is going to work with every game. So it's going to be a brilliant device for younger kids who obviously you don't want to give them very expensive premium devices, or it could be for older people who want to be able to use a simple device that is very, very clear with the Super AMOLED screen with 120 Hertz refresh rate. For those groups of people, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And worst case scenario, they lose it, drop it, break it. it's 200 euros or 240 euros. So it's not going to break the bank. Now, obviously, you don't want that to happen, but that's the possibility, and you don't want to be spending too much money for those types of people, but you're getting a lot for it. Now, there is one bonus reason that I wanted to throw in here as a fifth reason why you should love this phone. It's modular. They've tried to make modular phones from other companies regularly, but CMF seem to have found a way. Now, one of the problems is getting hold of some of the modular parts because it's a brand new ecosystem. It's taking a little bit of time, but it will come out eventually. But what does modular mean? It means that you can change certain aspects of this device. So for example, if I wanted to change the back of my device because it got damaged, it got scratched, or I just didn't like the color, I can change it. I can unscrew these little screws in there, and I can actually just change over the backing for what is a very nice orange color, or they have a nice blue color, whatever I wanted to do. But in addition to that, and slightly more practically, there are modules that you can add on to this base unit. And this part here actually spins off, and I can remove that completely. And then I've got an add-on part that I can put here, like for example, a kickstand, or if I want to add on a wallet, then you can add on different aspects to this thing. And I think that's a very, very clever idea, because not only does it change your device and make it more interesting and vary, and obviously makes it last longer, but also it has more practical use. So this thing for $240 or 240 euros is an absolute bargain, because it works, it's efficient, it's very quick. Even the cameras, now it's only got really, it says two cameras there, only one of them really works. The camera quality is acceptable. It's good in daylight, obviously in good light, it's actually very good. I'm surprised by how good it is, but at night, of course, it's going to fail. So that's probably one of its main weaknesses. At nighttime, as the light goes down, you're gonna have very grainy or very poor images, but that's what you'd expect. But like I said, for those groups of people that I would recommend this for, they're not going to care about that. They're going to be taking photos in the day, or taking selfies, or doing videos. And the selfie quality has been much better than I expected. So this is the video quality on the rear camera, which is a 50 megapixel. We're recording in 4K and 30 FPS, which is plenty for a basic user. And you can judge for yourself the sound quality and of course the image. I've got a lot of bright light on me now, so this should seem very clear. But what do you think? So for comparison, this is the front-facing camera here, filming in 30 FPS as well. I believe this is 1080p from the front-facing camera. And again, slightly less light as I walk into shadow, but you judge for yourself what you think the video stabilization is like on the front and the rear cameras. Personally, I think it's pretty good. I'm on a very uneven surface, and this looks pretty stable. Impressive. So if you want to pick one up for yourself, make sure you follow the link below. If you've got one, I'd love to know what your perspective is. And if you've got any questions, or if you'd like any specific videos about this fantastic device, then please do put a comment below. But otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon in my next one. Bye-bye for now.